everyone, it's Lindsay. Today I'm going to be answering my most asked question, which is, what size hoop should I buy? So I get a ton of people sliding into my DMs asking me, what size hoop should they get? What type of hoop should they get? What type of grip tape should they get? There are so many options. I know it can be super overwhelming when you're shopping for a hoop in the beginning because there are so many options, but hopefully this video will help guide you through that a little bit. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my hoop collection, starting with my very first hoop and then some of my favorites that I've collected throughout the years. So hopefully this video gives you kind of an idea of what size of hoop, type of hoop, whatever to buy for yourself. I would also like to mention that I'm 5'9", so if you're a lot taller or shorter than me, adjust your hoop sizes accordingly. Okay, so starting off with the very first hoop that I ever bought is this really big 42-inch diameter, 1-inch thick tubing beginner hoop. When you're an adult learning how to waist hoop, you're gonna want something that's really big and really heavy. This is going to stay up on your waist a lot easier. It's also gonna move a lot slower around your body, so it gives you more reaction time to react to the hoop. A good rule of thumb for shopping for beginner hoops is when the hoop is resting on the floor, you want it to come up to your belly button. So let me show you with this one. So you can see with the 42 inches, when I put it on the floor, it comes right up to my belly button height. So like I said before, I'm 5'9", so if you're a little bit shorter, 42 inches is probably gonna be way too big for you. So maybe try 40, 38, 36 if you're really short, something around there. To shop for beginner hoops, you can look for local hoop shops in your area on Google. There's a whole bunch of shops on Etsy. There's shops on Instagram. I would recommend just looking for a shop with good reviews and then looking to see if they have a special section for adult beginner hoops. These ones are going to be a lot heavier and bigger, and you won't start off feeling like a total failure. Trust me, if you start with a dollar store hoop, you're gonna feel like a failure from the very beginning, but it's not you, it's the hoop. Some other great options for beginner hoops, or if you're even just looking to on-body hoop, are dance hoops. So I have these two dance hoops from the Spinjoy shop. That's spinjoy.com.au, and these dance hoops are made out of polypro material, which is what most hoops are made out of. The difference with these hoops is the polypro is a thicker wall, so it makes them a little bit heavier. These two dance hoops are both 90 centimeters in diameter, which I believe is 36 inches, and they are 3/4 tubing. So this is one of Spinjoy's basic dance hoops, and it's got the little green grip tape on the inside, which is super cute. And for a limited time, you can also get this special edition Hula for Joy hoop. This one is got tape all around it, so it's got a little bit extra grip and weight, making it perfect for beginners. And at the Spinjoy shop, you can use my special code Lindsay for a discount on your order. So back when I was just starting to hoop, I showed you my beginner hoop already, and that was really great for learning waist hooping and a few basic tricks. But about 2 months in, I was feeling ready to learn some little moves like hand spins and mandalas and all those fun tricks. So I got my very first polypro. Look at this tape though, it's like so shiny. So this hoop was my first polypro. It is 32-inch diameter and 3/4 tubing, and it has tape all the way around, so that does give it a little bit of extra weight and grip. So in the beginning, I really liked having one heavier hoop for when I did all my on-body stuff, but I also really liked having this lighter option so that I could learn some of the cool like hand spins and little tricks, things like that. So the difference between this polypro and the dance hoops is it's a little bit lighter because the tubing walls are thinner, whereas these tubing walls are thicker. I also have some other 3/4 polypros that are my favorites, and that is these three hoops. Now, all three of these are the exact same diameter. They're 36 inches. I just find that that's my favorite hoop diameter because it allows me to do on-body hooping super easy, and I can also do a lot of off-body tricks with these because they're light polypros. So these are all 3/4 tubing, and they all have 3M grip tape on the inside. So taking a look a little bit closer, so this is 3M grip tape. It does come clear when you first buy it, but these are so old and so used that it has turned brown. I absolutely love 3M grip tape because it is literally like Velcro. It sticks to your clothes, to your skin, so when you're hooping, the hoop doesn't fall as easily at all. So these hoops I hoop with all the time, almost every day. I just think they're the perfect size. When you're shopping online for hula hoops, you'll kind of notice that there's two main different types of hula hoops. There's polypro and then there's Hdpe. So this is my one Hdpe hoop that I own. This one has tape on it again, and I also put 3M grip tape on the inner circumference. This hoop is 34-inch diameter and it is 3/4 tubing. So I know a lot of people say that they notice a difference between Hdpe and polypros. I honestly don't notice a difference. I think polypro is more like bendy than Hdpe. And so I've heard people say that Hdpe is a little bit heavier than polypros. I don't notice. The only reason why I got this one was because I live in Canada and in the winter it gets super, super cold outside, but I still like to hoop outside sometimes. So if you take a polypro outside in the cold, it will snap in half, but Hdpe holds up so much better. So if you live in a colder climate and you plan to be hooping outside, Hdpe all the way. Okay, so moving away from the more beginner hoops, these hoops are a lot smaller and thinner, which means they're moving a lot faster, but they're also a lot easier to do all those fun, super quick tricks with. Both of these hoops are 31-inch diameter, which for me is the smallest I like to go when I'm hooping. I find these are the perfect size because I can still do on body even though it's very tricky, but I can also do all those fun escalators and blah, blah, blah with them. So these hoops are both 31-inch diameter, and the tubing looks like it's the same size, but it's kind of like how I said before with the dance hoops having a thicker wall than the regular polypros. This hoop is an 11/16 hoop, and this hoop is a 5/8 hoop. So the 11/16 has a thicker wall than the 5/8, but they're the same width feeling, like, you know what I'm saying? So because the 11/16 has a thicker wall, it's a little bit heavier than the 5/8. So the 5/8 is gonna move super quick, it's super light. The 5/8 has a little bit more weight, which I find makes it easier to keep hooping on my body even though it is a smaller hoop. By the way, this hoop is like my favorite in the whole world. So those are all my favorite hoops that I like to use kind of on the day-to-day. I hope that gave you a better idea, but now I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a bonus and talk LEDs. When I started, I really, really wanted an LED hoop, but I wasn't ready to spend hundreds of dollars on a hula hoop. I couldn't afford it. But I found these two LED hoops at a website called Autumn Flow, run by Michelle McCoy, who is an absolute gem. I'm sure you've heard of her if you're in the hoop space. And she has budget-friendly LED hoops. So they're not gonna be that bright in the daylight, obviously, but I mean, that's not bad. So this one is 36 inches, 3/4 polypro, and you can see it's changing colors. Oh, look, that one's blinking. So I did get a bigger one in my favorite big hoop size for on-body stuff. And then I also got this one in my favorite small hoop size, which is 31 inches, and this is a 5/8. And yeah, can you see the colors changing? So yeah, if you're a beginner and you want an LED hoop but you're not ready to fork out hundreds of dollars, these have been absolutely great. And those are all my favorite hoops. Yay! If you would like to see, I'm losing hoops. If you would like to see some of my hoop videos, you can check me out on Instagram at linsflows_. If you have any more questions about what hoop size is best for you, feel free to leave me a comment down below, or you can message me on Instagram. I hope this was helpful for any of you guys out there shopping for hoops. If you have any other suggestions for videos, please let me know. And until next time, happy hooping!